Alright, so now that we created our resources within Azure, we're going to go into DevOps and we're going to create a new DevOps project. If you already have an existing DevOps project, it might be possible to just create a new repository within there. I like to keep things separate, so I will still create a new project. So like I said, we're going to create a new repository, and after that we're going to create a new React app with the create React app CLI command. Once that's done, we'll save it back to the repository and we'll check whether we can access it within dev.azure.com. So let's have a look. If you don't have an account yet, you can use the start free. I already have an account, so I'll sign in into Azure DevOps. And I'm in the right subscription, and I'll say, okay, new project, MS tutorial authentication off. Okay, it's a private repository, and I'll say create. This might take a few seconds. If your internet connection is not too great, it might take a minute or so. Alright, so it's pretty fast. We have overview, boards, repos, pipelines, test plans and artifacts. For now, we're only going to use the repos, and later on in the next lecture, we're going to use pipelines. So let's click repos, and on top where you can select your repo, we can say new repository. I'll call it MS of tutorial create. Alright, and as you can see, I could create it from scratch and then use CRA to put all its files within the folder. But I actually just prefer to use create React app, like create a folder and then I'll send it back to my repository. So let's first have a look at the CRA. So CLS, and I'll say okay, go to my sandbox location. From there I'll say npx create React app, and I'll call it ms of tutorial. Right. So as you can notice, I use npx instead of npm, and I didn't install it as a global. If you install packages as a global, it also works pretty well. The only problem is once there's a new version of that package available. Let's imagine that I installed React 16.12 as my global package right now. Maybe in a few months, React decides, hey, we're going to release version number 17. Every time when I run create React app, it will still go back to my globals. So that's 16.12. To avoid this kind of problems, I rather just use npx. npx downloads the packages first from the server, then put them back on your computer and installs it. It's a little bit slower, but this way we can always make sure that we have the latest version. Alright, so we probably have to wait a few more seconds and then it should be done. So let's have a look. Alright, happy hacking. That's what we're going to do. MS off. Oh, MS tutorial off. I think it was this one. And I'm using VS Code. No, that was the wrong package. I just made a mistake before this. So, alright. CD MS off tutorial. You probably already saw this one, so cheers. Let's open it in VS Code. Alright. So what I can see over here is that we have like a basic React app. Alright. And the only thing I'm going to do is to test whether it works. And you can find how to start the application within the package.json. In the scripts there's a start. So if we say npm start, then it should work. I just installed the packages, so should be okay. Oh, beautiful. It's a nice spinning logo of React. Alright, so since that works, I'm going to initiate our repository within this project. Oh, it's the wrong one. I have to go here and go to my settings. Sorry, to my repos. There it is. Alright, so let's go back to code. And what I'm actually doing, I say, okay, git add a remote, call it with the name origin. So if you have multiple remotes, you can give it different names. And this is the location where we want to post it to. After that, I'll say, okay, git push u origin all. Let's have a look what it does. Alright, so no changes here. If I refresh this page, it should be available within here. Beautiful. Alright, so in the next lecture, we're going to talk about continuous integration and continuous deployment via pipelines in Azure DevOps. Stay tuned.